2025 has been arguably the best year ever for sneakerheads. What is good, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I literally can't even believe I have the shoes that I'm about to review right now. I know I haven't been doing too many long form YouTube reviews of sneakers lately on the channel, but this one definitely deserved one. So in this video, I'll be reviewing the Undefeated 4s and I'll be styling them, showing you some fits, so let's go. So these first released on the Undefeated website, and it seemed like literally everyone got a W on these. I go on my socials and I see nothing but W's, which is a great thing considering that the original pairs only had 72 of them that were put into production. These being much more widely available was a great thing. Here in Europe, from what I read, there were only around 10,000 to 15,000 pairs available on Sneakers Europe, and most of them were released via exclusive access, and it wasn't me, it was actually my wife's account that got exclusive access to these. And that right there is proof that it absolutely doesn't matter what you do on that app. It doesn't matter how many stories you watch. It doesn't matter how many times you click those little heart icons. It has nothing to do with improving your chances of getting exclusive access, because my wife literally never logs into her account and she got access. That's pretty much all the proof you need that exclusive access is a totally random thing. So this shoe is incredibly iconic because it was the first ever collab that Jordan Brand did. The originals actually never had a wide release. It was given to friends and family only. You can say that this is the first ever real release of this shoe. And just in case you didn't know the backstory of this shoe, it somehow involves Eminem. The Undefeated 4s were originally supposed to look like this. It was a colorway inspired by blackberries, but then Eminem was actually visiting the Nike headquarters at the time in Portland. He saw that pair and he said he wanted those instead. So that shoe eventually became the Eminem 4s, and the green colorway on the original was then inspired by the MA1 flight jackets, and I guess the rest is history. I actually didn't even find out until recently that this colorway was inspired by those bomber jackets, because every time I saw this shoe in the past, that is exactly what I used to think of. I used to think of bomber jackets like the ones you see from Alpha Industries, for example. But let's get into the shoes now. We do get a special box with this pair. It's a real collector's edition box. From 2005 to 2025, 20 years later, we got the re-release. You get the special Undefeated and Jordan Brand paper as well, and I'm happy to see that these shoes were individually wrapped because the materials on these are really good and you don't want those getting damaged. I have to admit though, the first thing I did when I took the shoes out the box was I had to pull off this Velcro tab just to check. And I was happy to see the correct branding on both the right and left pairs. I did in fact receive the Undefeated 4s and not the Bill Cosby 4s that it seems like some people have received instead. I know there have been quite a few stories reported about quality control issues with this pair. I'm happy to say that on my pair, I seem to have received a pretty much flawless pair. I personally also believe that a lot of these sneaker media outlets definitely exaggerate how bad quality control issues are. You gotta keep in mind that these pages literally live off of engagement and people retweeting their content and putting out a story that, 98% of shoes are perfectly fine. It's not going to get a lot of clicks. So the very few pairs that do have some issues are the ones that get all the headlines. But so far, at least, I haven't seen anyone that I follow receive a pair with bad quality. I have to say, I love the color on this shoe. Like, it's one of my favorite colors I've seen on a Jordan 4. And I'm happy to say that the color is in fact quite dark, because when I saw some pictures of the shoe, it seemed like it was much lighter than what the OGs were looking like, but not in hand. In hand, definitely, it's quite a dark olive color, pretty dark muted olive color. And that just contrasts so nicely with the black and the highlighter orange tones. The quality of the nubuck, I have to say, feels really, really nice. I did watch Seth Fowler's review of the shoe after he was walking in them for a week, and the nubuck seemed to hold up pretty well. Also cool to see how the tongue of this shoe seems to have kind of like a satin finish. It has kind of like a shiny finish to it, which is kind of like what the bomber jackets that we were talking about earlier, those seem to have a similar sort of finish. Also just really love the shape of the shoe. It's very similar to what the original Jordan 4s look like. This time on the back, so this is one major difference between this pair and the originals. You are getting the Nike Nike Air here, a blacked out Nike Air. On the OGs, we had the Jumpman logo instead, but I don't think people are too upset about that. The pairs do come with the standard black laces, but also you get the highlighter orange laces if you want to switch things up. I really can't decide what looks better on this shoe. To me, both of them give the shoe a completely different look, and I love both of these looks. The orange laces are definitely a lot more attention grabbing if that's the look you're going for, but you can't go wrong with either one. I'll try styling the shoe with both of the different lacing options when I do some of the outfits later. Now let's talk about sizing. So the last time I was this excited about a pair of Jordan 4s was last year when the Military 4s came out. That was a pair I've always wanted in the collection, but I was just so disappointed by how those felt on feet. They were pretty much unbearable, so I was just praying that this one fit well, and I'm happy to say that it does. I got this in my true size of a US 11, and I do not feel that pinky toe bothering type of feeling I have with some other Jordan 4s. The pinky toes feel unbothered on this one, so it is a fairly comfortable Jordan 4. Of course, this model is not overall comfortable at all when comparing with most other lifestyle models out there, but I'm just saying comparatively speaking to other retro Jordan models, this one is decently comfortable. So just get them in your true size and you should be fine. Maybe if you have wide feet, this might be a bit of an issue for you. I would say if you have wide feet, go with your normal Jordan 4 size, whatever fits you best. Definitely had a sigh of relief when I put these on and they fit good, because I know I'm going to be getting a lot of use out of these in the upcoming fall and winter months. Now let me lace these up with different outfits and show you a few options. All right, let's go. First outfit, very much inspired by the shoes themselves. That's why I have a flight jacket or bomber jacket on. It's even got a bit of orange on the inner lining. Black and olive are gonna go so good with these shoes every single time. You cannot fail with this combination. These cargos, they're from a brand called Ronning, and I actually don't think they produce them anymore, but there's very similar ones that you can get from Carhartt, for example. And you're probably gonna be seeing this camo hat a lot in some of my outfits. There's several different brands that make their own version. This one is from Pata. In the upcoming fall season, I'm probably gonna be rocking this outfit a few times. And then the same combo, except this is the summertime version of that outfit. I switched out the bomber jacket and I just wore a vintage tee. This one is the Jjjound and Levi's collab. Something that I wish I had in my closet, but I don't, are some real tree camo pants. I think those type of pants would look also amazing with these shoes. Listen, we still got a few more weeks of summer. Summertime fits are still valid, and what I'm showing you here is how I would rock these in the summer. I picked up this t-shirt earlier in the year from Hidden New York. It's got the Game Boy print in the back, and I paired it with these cargo shorts that I got from Jaded Man London. And this fit is so easy, you can pull it off any day of the week. You don't have to think about it too much. Crisp white tee, shorts, and the shoes. There you go. So I know all of the fits that I've rocked so far. I've been going with the olive colored bottoms, but I want to show you that you can even rock these shoes with your basic blue jeans. These are one of the favorite pairs of jeans I own. They're from Our Legacy. These pants have a bit of a baggier cut, but if you want, you can wear jeans that taper a little bit as well. And you can see the outfit still works. I know these are green shoes, but they're also kind of neutral. They go with pretty much a lot of different outfits. Let me know in the comments so far which has been your favorite outfit. I got a few more to go. All right. So I switched out the black laces, threw the orange laces on, and first of all, let's just appreciate that, because man, these shoes look really good with the orange laces. Green and beige as a color combo work every time, then you throw that hit of orange in there and it makes the outfit a lot more interesting. Yeah, I'm feeling this. This one might even be my favorite outfit so far. Let me know what you guys think. So for the next outfit, I was trying to bring out the orange tones a little bit more on the shoes, so I went with the only orange item of clothing I actually had in my whole wardrobe, which is the sweater. But I think it still works. The pants I have here are from Uniqlo. They are parachute pants, and by the way, I will try to leave as many links as I can for the items that I'm wearing in the description of this video. What do you guys think of this fit? Let me know if you would wear an orange top with the laces. To be 100% honest with you, this isn't my favorite outfit. Like, typically I don't like being so matchy, but I do know that some of you guys love that look. I got one final outfit for you, so let's get to it. And this is the last outfit, so this is for those in-between days when it's not too cold outside, but it's cold enough that you need a hoodie. And I wanted to highlight this outfit because of the denim. So I got these faded black denims. These are from Levi's, the Levi's 550. And I think this combination, which is faded black with the shoes, with these Undefeated 4s, I think is such a great combo. The shoes go great with it, and damn, yeah, these orange laces, I'm starting to lean towards the orange. I'm starting to think that this shoe is just meant to be worn with the orange laces. This is a vest that I got from Cause, but I will leave links to similar ones in the description. And that's the outfit, and those are all the outfits. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. Make sure you follow me on Instagram because I'm dropping content on there basically daily, and it is the best place to reach out to me. I respond to pretty much all of you who DM me on there, so make sure you follow me. And there you have it, the Undefeated 4s. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about this shoe? Are you as happy as me about 2025? I think it's been an absolutely incredible year if you love sneakers. Like, these are just so nice, guys. These are just so nice. Definitely in the consideration for one of my favorite shoes of the year. And thank you so much for supporting my channel and for watching my content. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.